Captain Sarah Chen stood at attention on the bridge of the UES Defiant, her expression carefully neutral as her ship glided through the massive entry gates of the Galactic Council's Grand Exhibition Hall. The space station's crystalline walls caught and reflected starlight, creating a dazzling display that would have impressed her under different circumstances. Today, however, her focus remained on the countless alien vessels arranged in neat rows throughout the chamber, each one a testament to technologies that made her ship appear primitive by comparison. Detecting multiple scanning attempts, Captain Araya's calm voice emerged from the bridge speakers. Their attempts to penetrate our outer hull are amusing. Chen allowed herself a small smile. Araya's personality had developed significantly since its installation 6 months ago, and its growing sense of humor helped ease the tension during moments like these. Let them scan. Maintain surface-level permissions only. Through the viewport, she watched as representatives from various species gathered at observation points, their reactions varying from polite interest to barely concealed disdain. A group of Centaurians, their iridescent scales catching the light, pointed at the Defiant's conventional thrusters. Their translator units didn't quite mask their chittering laughter. "Remarkable," one of them said, loud enough for the sensors to pick up. "They still rely on chemical propulsion for maneuvering." Lieutenant James Park, manning the navigation console, tensed slightly. Chen caught his eye and shook her head slightly. They had anticipated this reaction. It was, after all, part of the plan. Approaching designated berth, Park announced professionally, his hands dancing across the holographic controls. "Permission to engage docking procedures." "Granted, Lieutenant." Araya maintained standard protocols. The Defiant's primitive maneuvering thrusters fired in precise bursts, guiding the vessel into its assigned space with textbook precision. Chen noted with satisfaction how several alien observers paused their conversations to watch. Perfect control, even with outdated technology, had a way of catching attention. A delegation of Arcanian diplomats drifted past their viewport in their environmental suits, their crystalline forms refracting the station's light. "Such limited weapons capacity," one remarked to another. "No energy shields, minimal point defense systems. How did they even qualify for the exhibition?" Araya's avatar, a shifting pattern of blue light, materialized on the bridge's central display. "Captain, I've compiled initial analysis of observer reactions. 87% of comments reference our perceived technological limitations. Shall I prepare a detailed report?" "Later, Araya. For now, maintain passage scanning and continue mapping the exhibition hall." Chen turned to her crew. "Remember your briefing. We're here to learn, observe, and represent Earth with dignity. Let them think what they want about our capabilities." The bridge crew nodded, each member understanding the importance of their role in this carefully choreographed performance. Through subtle gestures and practiced movements, they presented the image of a competent but technologically limited crew, managing their simple systems with precision if not innovation. A soft chime announced an incoming transmission. "Captain," Araya reported, "the exhibition committee requests your presence at the welcome ceremony. They've assigned us interesting accommodations." Chen straightened her uniform. "Location: Section 47B, Captain. Near the maintenance base." Araya's tone carried a hint of irony. "Apparently, they believe we'll be more comfortable among the support vessels." "Very well." Chen turned to her executive officer, Commander David Rodriguez. "You have the bridge, Commander. Maintain standard observation protocols and continue gathering data. I'll handle the diplomacy." As she stepped into the lift, Chen caught a glimpse of her reflection in the polished walls. Her uniform, a blend of traditional naval design and modern materials, represented humanity's approach perfectly, respecting tradition while embracing innovation. The exhibition would test not just their technology, but their patience and strategy as well. The lift doors closed with a soft hiss, and Chen allowed herself another small smile. Let them underestimate the Defiant. Let them dismiss humanity as newcomers playing at galactic politics. Soon enough, they would learn that appearances could be deceiving, and that innovation came in many forms. In the shadows of the exhibition hall, unnoticed by the preoccupied delegates, several Zoraxian vessels adjusted their positions ever so slightly, their crews waiting for signals that would transform this peaceful gathering into something far more consequential. The exhibition hall's central arena blazed with light as the Arcanian flagship demonstrated its latest weapon system. Streams of pure energy carved elegant patterns through space, drawing appreciative murmurs from the gathered delegates. Captain Chen watched from the Defiance observation deck, her attention focused not on the display but on Araya's real-time analysis. Energy expenditure exceeds their published specifications by 37%, Araya noted quietly. They're hiding something. Aren't we all? Chen replied, making a note on her datapad. The demonstration continued as the Arcanian vessel executed a series of impressive maneuvers, its energy weapons creating a dazzling light show. What about the Zoraxian ships? Still detecting anomalous power signatures. Their shield harmonics don't match any known configurations in our database. Araya's avatar flickered thoughtfully. Their demonstration is scheduled for this afternoon. Below decks, Lieutenant Commander Maya Patil ran her hands over the Defiant's primitive engine housing. The external panels, deliberately designed to look like standard fusion drives, concealed the ship's true propulsion system. Her engineering team worked methodically, maintaining the illusion of an outdated vessel while keeping their advanced systems in perfect alignment. Power regulation holding steady, Patil reported through her secure channel. The quantum matrix is masked perfectly. They're seeing exactly what they expect to see. Nothing more. Chen acknowledged the report with a tap of her finger. The Defiant's turn in the demonstration schedule approached, and they had prepared something appropriately unimpressive. A display of basic maneuvering thrusters and point defense systems, nothing that would raise suspicions. Captain, Commander Rodriguez's voice came through her earpiece. The Centaurian delegation is requesting a tour of our quaint vessel. Grant them access to the approved sections only. Lieutenant Park can serve as their guide. Chen smiled slightly. Make sure they see our outdated navigation systems. The tour proceeded exactly as planned. Park led the Centaurians through carefully prepared areas of the ship, their antennae twitching with barely concealed amusement at the apparent simplicity of human technology. They paid special attention to the conventional-looking weapon mounts, taking detailed scans that revealed exactly what they expected to find. Fascinating, the lead Centaurian diplomat commented, running a scanner over a bank of computers. They still use silicon-based processors. How do they manage interstellar calculations? Park maintained his professional demeanor, offering rehearsed explanations that revealed nothing of the quantum processors hidden beneath the ordinary exterior. The Centaurians left satisfied, convinced they had seen everything worth noting about humanity's first interstellar warship. As the afternoon session began, Chen returned to the bridge. The Zoraxian demonstration was about to begin, and something about their ships had been bothering her since their arrival. Araya, full passive scan during their demonstration. Focus on power fluctuations and shield harmonics. The Zoraxian flagship moved into position, its dark hull absorbing rather than reflecting the station's light. As their weapons powered up, Araya's avatar suddenly pulsed with increased activity. Captain, detecting encrypted transmissions between Zoraxian vessels. Pattern matches known military protocols rather than demonstration parameters. Chen's eyes narrowed. Location of their support ships. They've adjusted position by 3 degrees since arrival. Minimal movement, but Araya paused. The new formation provides optimal firing solutions on primary exhibition targets. Keep monitoring, Chen ordered quietly. Alert Commander Rodriguez to begin preliminary warm-up sequences for our secondary systems. Maintain surface appearances, but I want us ready. The Zoraxian demonstration began, their ships moving with precise coordination. To the amazed audience, it appeared to be nothing more than an impressive display of technological superiority. But to the watchful eyes of the Defiance crew, each maneuver revealed something more ominous. "They're not showing off," Chen murmured, watching the pattern emerge. "They're rehearsing." In the engine room, Paddle's team continued their meticulous maintenance, keeping the ship's true capabilities hidden behind a mask of seeming inferiority. Soon enough, that mask would serve its ultimate purpose, not just concealing their strength, but providing the element of surprise when it mattered most. The first attack came during the Centaurian energy shield demonstration. A brilliant flash of light, too intense to be part of the show, erupted from the nearest Zoraxian vessel. The Centaurian flagship's shields collapsed instantly, its crystalline hull crackling with destructive energy. Multiple hostile signatures detected, Araya announced, its avatar pulsing red. Zoraxian vessels powering weapons across all sectors. Their support ships are moving to block the exhibition hall's exit points. Captain Chen's response was immediate. "Battle stations. Maintain passive stance but bring all systems to full readiness." "Rodriguez, initiate protocol shadow." The bridge crew moved with practiced efficiency, their earlier facade of technological simplicity forgotten. Lieutenant Park's fingers danced across his console, adjusting their position with microbursts from the conventional thrusters, while the real propulsion system hummed to life beneath the disguise. Around them, chaos erupted. The gathered diplomatic vessels, designed for show rather than combat, fell quickly to the Zoraxian assault. Energy weapons sliced through shields calibrated for demonstration, not warfare. Distress calls flooded all frequencies as ships scrambled to escape or mount a defense. "Arcanian flagship critically damaged," Araya reported, detecting multiple hull breaches. "Their life support is failing." Chen watched as the Zoraxian pattern emerged. "They're not trying to destroy everyone. They're disabling the most advanced ships first." Her eyes narrowed. "They're collecting technology." A massive Zoraxian warship moved past the Defiant, ignoring the seemingly primitive human vessel. Its energy weapons targeted a Proximan research vessel, whose advanced quantum shields had drawn admiration during yesterday's demonstrations. "Captain," Patel's voice came through the secure channel. "All systems are primed. The quantum matrix is stable and masked. We can drop the disguise at your command." Chen held up her hand, watching as more Zoraxian ships revealed their true intentions. "Not yet. Let them show us everything first." The exhibition hall had become a battlefield. Disabled ships drifted in elegant but helpless patterns, while Zoraxian boarding parties moved with precision toward their chosen targets. The few security vessels present had been swiftly neutralized, their energy-based weapons proving ineffective against the attackers' enhanced shielding. "Incoming transmission," Araya announced. "The Zoraxian commander is broadcasting to all vessels." A harsh voice filled the bridge. "Resistance is futile. Your vessels have been selected for technological acquisition. Submit to boarding or face destruction. This is your only warning." Chen's expression remained calm as she assessed the situation. The Zoraxians had positioned their ships perfectly, using the exhibition hall's architecture to their advantage. Any vessel attempting to flee would have to pass through their firing solution. "Multiple ships are powering down," Araya reported, accepting boarding parties. "The Arcanian flagship is, Captain. They're attempting to activate their self-destruct sequence." "Open a secure channel to their bridge," Chen ordered. "Route it through our backup systems only." The Arcanian captain's crystalline face appeared on screen, his structure already showing stress fractures. "Human vessel, do not attempt to interfere. We cannot allow our technology to fall into Zoraxian hands." "We have another option," Chen replied quietly. "But I need you to trust us. Disable your self-destruct and prepare your crew for emergency transport." The Arcanian captain's features shifted in surprise. "Your vessel lacks transport capability. Our scans confirmed." "Your scans showed exactly what we wanted them to show," Chen interrupted. "Commander Rodriguez, initiate transport sequence. Patel, begin power redistribution. Araya, calculate optimal reveal timing." The Defiant hummed with hidden energy as its systems prepared for action. Around them, the Zoraxian vessels continued their methodical assault, still paying no attention to the seemingly harmless human ship in their midst. "Transport systems ready," Rodriguez reported. "Quantum fields aligned." Chen stood from her captain's chair, her voice carrying the weight of command. "Let's show them what human ingenuity really looks like. Commence Operation Revelation." The Defiant's outer hull shimmered as layers of camouflage dissolved, revealing sleek quantum-enhanced plating beneath. Panels shifted and transformed, weapon ports emerging from seemingly solid sections. The bridge crew worked with practiced precision as their ship shed its disguise, like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis. "Transport sequence initiated," Rodriguez announced, his hands moving across newly revealed control surfaces. "Quantum field stabilized. Beginning emergency transport of Arcanian crew." The Zoraxian vessels finally took notice. Their nearest warship turned ponderously, energy weapons charging. But Chen had anticipated this moment for hours, and ARIA's combat algorithms had mapped every possible response pattern. "Multiple targeting solutions available," ARIA reported, its avatar expanding to display tactical overlays. "Enemy vessels adjusting shield harmonics. They're attempting to adapt to our revealed configuration." Chen's voice carried quiet authority. "Deploy primary weapon systems. Show them what human innovation really means. Lieutenant Park, execute maneuver pattern Delta 7. The Defiant moved with impossible grace, its true propulsion system finally unleashed. Conventional thrusters were replaced by quantum drive nodes, allowing the ship to pivot and accelerate in ways that defied traditional physics. The nearest Zoraxian vessel fired, its energy beams slicing through empty space as the Defiant seemed to dance between dimensions. "Arcanian crew secured," Rodriguez confirmed. "All survivors in Medical Bay 3. Beginning transport sequence for Centaurian flagship personnel." Patel's voice crackled through the command channel. "Quantum matrix at full power. Hybrid weapon systems online. They won't expect this, Captain." "Fire at will," Chen ordered. Pattern Omega-1. The Defiant's weapon ports pulsed with combined energy and kinetic technology. Instead of simple energy beams or projectiles, it launched quantum-enhanced smart munitions. These hybrid weapons adapted in real time, analyzing and penetrating enemy shields through multiple phases of space-time simultaneously. The first volley caught the Zoraxian warship completely off guard. Its advanced shields, calibrated to defend against pure energy weapons, couldn't compensate for attacks that existed in multiple states simultaneously. Precision strikes disabled its primary weapon arrays and propulsion systems, leaving it dead in space. "Impressive." The Arcanian captain's voice came through the bridge speakers as he watched from Medical Bay. "Your weapons, they're unlike anything we've encountered." Chen allowed herself a small smile. "Humanity learned early that specialization breeds vulnerability. We chose a different path: integration, adaptation, and synthesis of multiple technologies." The remaining Zoraxian ships began to coordinate their response, but they were fighting an enemy they didn't understand. The Defiant hybrid systems continued to surprise them at every turn. When they adapted to the quantum munitions, Chen ordered a switch to gravitational pulse weapons. When they reinforced their structural integrity fields, ARIA deployed phase-shifted targeting drones. "Multiple hostile vessels attempting to retreat," ARIA reported. "Their formation is breaking down. However, their command ship is moving into position. Energy readings are off the scale." Through the viewport, Chen watched as the massive Zoraxian command vessel emerged from behind the exhibition hall's central spire. Its hull bristled with weapon emplacements, each one powered by stolen technology from countless civilizations. "They're combining technologies," Rodriguez observed, studying the sensor readings. "Trying to match our hybrid approach. But without true integration," Chen replied. "Without understanding the principles behind innovation." ARIA. Analysis. "Their systems are powerful but unstable," ARIA confirmed. "They've assembled the pieces without comprehending the whole." Classic example of quantity over quality, Captain. The command ship's weapons blazed to life, filling space with a dazzling array of energy patterns. The Defiant responded with a series of precise micro-jumps, each one bringing it closer while presenting an impossible target. All hands. Chen broadcasts shipwide. Prepare for close engagement. This is the moment we've trained for. Let's show the galaxy what happens when you underestimate human determination and ingenuity. The Defiant accelerated toward its massive opponent, quantum drives humming with power, hybrid weapons primed. Around them, the disabled ships of various alien races watched as humanity's first interstellar warship prepared to challenge the galaxy's assumptions about technological advancement. The Defiant's tactical center had never been so crowded. Representatives from 7 alien species gathered around the holographic display, their diverse forms creating an unprecedented gathering of galactic knowledge. Captain Chen stood at the center, coordinating the flow of information as each species contributed their expertise. Your hybrid shield configuration is remarkable, the Arcanian captain observed, his crystalline form catching the light of the tactical displays. But if you adjusted the quantum harmonics to match our resonance patterns, the efficiency would increase by 32%. Patel finished, her fingers already dancing across the engineering console. AI, begin recalibration of the shield matrix. The massive Zoraxian command ship loomed in the main display, its weapons still firing complex patterns that filled space with deadly energy. But now, with each passing moment, the Defiant's defenses grew stronger as alien knowledge merged with human innovation. They're using modified Centaurian phase cannons, a Centaurian engineer noted, their antenna twitching with recognition. But the modulation is unstable. They don't understand the underlying principles. Chen nodded. That's their weakness. They steal technology, but don't truly comprehend it. Commander Rodriguez, coordinate with our guests. I want targeting solutions that exploit those instabilities. The ship shuddered as another barrage from the command ship struck their shields. But this time, the hybrid defenses held, strengthened by the combined knowledge of multiple civilizations. Fascinating approach to propulsion. A Proximan scientist mused, studying the Defiant's engine schematics. You've combined quantum tunneling with traditional thrust vectors. We never considered such an integration. Humans have a saying, Park replied from his station. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. We learned early that progress doesn't mean abandoning old technology, but building upon it. AI's avatar expanded to encompass the tactical display, incorporating real-time suggestions from all present species. New attack pattern formulated. Combining Proximan phase technology with human quantum munitions. Probability of success, 87%. They're preparing another barrage, Rodriguez reported. Energy signatures suggest they're trying to combine all their stolen weapons into a single strike. The alien representatives watched in alarm as the command ship's hull began to glow with concentrated power. But Chen saw an opportunity in their enemy's desperation. They're making our point for us, she said quietly, trying to use brute force instead of true integration. Araya. Analysis of their power distribution. Multiple incompatibilities detected in their weapon systems. They've networked the technologies that haven't achieved genuine synthesis. Overload imminent if they proceed. The Arcanian captain's crystalline features shifted in understanding. Your ship isn't just a collection of technologies. It's a unified whole, designed to work in concert. Exactly, Chen confirmed. Lieutenant Patel, prepare to demonstrate real technological integration. All stations, coordinate with our allies for maximum efficiency. The tactical center hummed with activity as 7 species worked together, each contributing their unique understanding to a greater whole. The Defiant systems adapted and evolved, incorporating new insights while maintaining the core stability that made human engineering unique. Enemy vessel charging primary weapon array, Araya announced, detecting power fluctuations consistent with systemic instability. Chen surveyed the assembled aliens, noting how smoothly they now worked with her crew. In mere hours, they had progressed from skepticism to genuine collaboration, each species learning from the others. "All hands, prepare for coordinated response," she broadcast. "Our allies have helped strengthen our systems. Now let's show the Zoraxians what true cooperation can achieve." The Defiant's hybrid drives pulsed with new energy as Proximan quantum theory merged with human engineering. Its weapons incorporated Arcanian crystal focusing technology, while Centaurian phase harmonics enhanced its targeting systems. Every aspect of the ship had been refined and improved through the free exchange of knowledge. As the command ship unleashed its desperate barrage, the Defiant and its diverse crew prepared to demonstrate the true meaning of technological advancement, not through theft and domination, but through understanding, cooperation, and genuine innovation. The Defiant moved like liquid starlight through space, its enhanced propulsion systems combining human ingenuity with alien precision. Captain Chen watched as the massive Zoraxian command ship's attack dissipated harmlessly against their newly reinforced shields, the energy dispersing in rainbow patterns. Shield efficiency increased by 47%. Paddle reported from engineering, her voice carrying well-earned pride. The Arcanian crystal matrix is performing beyond expectations when integrated with our quantum field generators. Aria's avatar pulsed with increased activity as it coordinated the ship's hybrid systems, multiple targeting solutions available. Proximan phase technology successfully merged with primary weapons array, ready to demonstrate enhanced capabilities. "Show them what true cooperation can achieve," Chen ordered. "All stations, execute attack pattern Sigma 3. The Defiant's response was devastating in its elegance. Instead of raw power, it unleashed precisely calculated strikes that exploited the weaknesses in the Zoraxians' stolen technology. Quantum-enhanced munitions phased through their outer defenses, while crystalline-focused energy beams disrupted their shield harmonics. "Enemy vessel attempting to compensate," Rodriguez reported, working in tandem with the Centaurian tactical officer beside him. "They're trying to reconfigure their stolen systems, but the integration is failing." Through the tactical display, they watched as the command ship's desperate attempts to adapt only made things worse. Systems designed to work independently clashed when forced to operate together, creating cascading failures throughout their network. "Their power distribution is chaotic," the Proximan scientist observed. "They understand how to activate each technology, but not how they affect each other." Classic example of knowledge without wisdom. The Defiant executed a series of impossible maneuvers, its enhanced drive system allowing it to strike from multiple vectors simultaneously. Each attack was precisely calculated to stress the enemy's unstable technological integration further. "Location matters less than understanding," Chen said, quoting an old Earth tactical manual. "Aria, analyze their response patterns and adjust our attack sequences accordingly." The AI's processing capabilities, already impressive, had been enhanced by the incorporation of alien computational theories. Pattern analysis complete. Their responses showed decreasing coherence. The command ship's crew is struggling to maintain control of their disparate systems. A brilliant explosion lit up space as one of the Zoraxians' weapon arrays overloaded, the incompatible technologies finally reaching a breaking point. The massive ship began to list, its movements becoming erratic as systems failed in cascade. "Multiple hull breaches detected on enemy vessel," Park announced. "Their structural integrity field is collapsing. The stolen Arcanian reinforcement technology is actively fighting against their baseline systems." The Arcanian captain's crystalline features shifted in satisfaction. "As it should. Our technology requires harmony to function properly." They never understood that fundamental principle. Chen watched as the command ship struggled to maintain its fighting stance. They thought that gathering the most advanced technology would make them invincible. They never realized that true strength comes from understanding and integration. "Captain," ARIA interrupted, detecting power buildup in their central core. They appear to be attempting one final attack, combining all remaining systems. The tactical display showed the desperate gamut. The Zoraxians were channeling power from every stolen system into a single massive weapon array. Energy readings exceeded anything they had previously attempted. "They're going to tear themselves apart," Patel warned. "The power interactions are completely unstable." Chen's decision was immediate. "All hands, prepare for emergency rescue operations. Area, calculate safe transport radius. We may have been enemies, but we won't let them die from their own misunderstanding of technology." The Defiant's hybrid engines pulsed as it moved into position, its systems reconfiguring from attack to rescue mode. The assembled alien representatives watched in surprise as the human vessel prepared to save its enemies. "Some might call this tactically unwise," the Centaurian engineer noted. "Perhaps," Shen replied, "but true advancement isn't just about technology. It's about understanding when to fight and when to help. That's another kind of integration, the merging of capability with compassion." Time seemed to slow as the Zoraxian command ship's core reached critical levels. The Defiant sensors painted a stark picture of the impending catastrophe. Power readings spiraled beyond safe parameters as stolen technologies fought against each other in an increasingly unstable dance. "Evacuation transport systems ready," Rodriguez reported, his fingers flying across the enhanced control systems. "But their shield harmonics are still blocking our attempts to establish a lock." Chen studied the tactical display, where ARIA's projections showed multiple possible outcomes. None of them ended well for the Zoraxian crew if they maintained their current course. "Open a channel," she ordered. "All frequencies." The command ship's response was immediate, not in words, but in action. Its remaining weapon arrays blazed to life, forcing the Defiant into a series of defensive maneuvers. The human vessel's enhanced systems responded smoothly, its hybrid shields deflecting the desperate assault. "Their core temperature continues to rise," Patel warned from engineering. "The interaction between their stolen quantum generators and Arcanian power systems is creating a cascading reaction. We have minutes at most." The Arcanian captain's crystalline form vibrated with concern. "If those systems detonate, the resulting quantum cascade could tear apart the fabric of local spacetime. The exhibition hall, and everyone in it would be lost." "Then we don't let that happen," Chen replied firmly. "Araya, analyze their shield modulation. There has to be a pattern to the instability." The eye's processing power, enhanced by combined human and alien technology, worked at unprecedented speeds. "Pattern detected. Their shields are fluctuating in a predictable sequence as systems attempt to compensate for incompatible power signatures. Can we synchronize our transport beams with those fluctuations?" "Affirmative, but it would require precise timing, and—" Araya paused, its avatar shifting colors. "Captain, I have an alternative solution. Their shield instability mirrors the frequency of our hybrid weapon systems. If we reconfigure our quantum munitions to match their shield resonance, we could create a feedback loop," the Proximan scientist finished, antenna twitching with excitement. "Force their shields to harmonize instead of fighting each other." Chen nodded. "Make it happen. All stations, prepare for synchronized strike. We're not just saving lives here. We're teaching a lesson about the proper use of technology." The Defiant's weapon systems reconfigured, guided by the combined expertise of 7 species working in perfect harmony. Its hybrid drives pulsed with carefully calculated energy as it moved into position. "Enemy core approaching critical threshold," Rodriguez reported. 50 seconds to containment failure. "Multiple Zoraxian life signs detected in critical areas," Park added from his station. "They're trying to manually shut down their systems, but the interfaces are rejecting their commands." Chen's voice carried across the bridge with calm authority. "Execute synchronization strike on my mark. Target their shield generators in sequence, matching the resonance patterns exactly." The Defiant's hybrid weapons powered up, each system carefully calibrated to turn the enemy's chaotic energy against itself. Not to destroy, but to restore harmony to systems never meant to work together. 30 seconds to core breach, Araya announced. Targeting solutions locked. Synchronization sequence ready. Around them, the remaining alien vessels moved to safe distances, their sensors recording every detail of humanity's response to this crisis. They had come to the exhibition expecting to teach humanity about advanced technology. Instead, they were witnessing a lesson in its proper use. Remember, Chen addressed her crew and their alien guests. Our strength isn't in the power of our weapons or the advancement of our technology. It's in our understanding of how things work together. Systems, people, species. Mark all targets and prepare for synchronized firing solution. The Defiant's hybrid drives hummed with perfectly controlled energy as it took up its final position. Before them, the massive Xeraxian command ship's hull pulsed with increasingly erratic energy patterns as its stolen systems approached catastrophic failure. 10 seconds to core breach. Araya reported. All systems aligned. Ready on your command, Captain. Chen took a deep breath, her next words carrying the weight of everything humanity had learned about the true nature of progress. Fire. The synchronized strike created a spectacular display as the Defiant's hybrid weapons reached out across space. Each beam precisely matched the chaotic resonance of the Xeraxian command ship shields, transforming destructive interference into harmonic convergence. Shield harmonics stabilizing. Araya reported, its avatar pulsing in rhythm with the energy patterns. Core temperature decreasing. Their systems are beginning to synchronize. Through the viewport, they watched as the massive vessel's erratic energy emissions settled into a steady glow. The threatening red pulses of overloading systems transformed into a stable blue hum as forced chaos gave way to natural order. Transport lock established, Rodriguez announced, beginning emergency evacuation of critical areas. The Defiant's enhanced transport systems, now incorporating Arcanian precision and Proximan phase technology, began pulling Xeraxian crew members to safety. On the tactical display, core temperature readings finally started dropping toward normal levels. Remarkable, the Centaurian engineer observed. You didn't just prevent a catastrophe. You restored balance to their stolen technologies. Chen nodded. Sometimes the best way to defeat an enemy is to help them understand their mistake. Lieutenant Patel, status of their systems. The forced integration is resolving itself, Patel reported from engineering. Their stolen technologies are either shutting down safely or finding sustainable operational levels. We've prevented the cascade failure. The exhibition hall, which hours ago had been a battlefield, now became a scene of recovery and reflection. The Defiant coordinated rescue operations for damaged vessels, while teams of mixed species worked to stabilize the Xeraxian command ship systems. The Galactic Council representatives are requesting permission to board, Park announced. They're eager to discuss humanity's approach to technological development. Chen smiled slightly. Grant them access. I think we all have much to learn from each other. The following hours brought a flurry of activity as the exhibition transformed into something entirely different from its original purpose. The Defiant's Tactical Center became a hub of technological exchange, with representatives from all species freely sharing knowledge and insights. We were wrong about humanity, the Arcanian captain admitted, addressing the gathered delegates. We saw their hybrid approach as primitive, their reliance on multiple systems as a weakness. Instead, they showed us that true advancement comes from understanding and integration, not mere accumulation of power. Araya's avatar expanded to display the technical data from the crisis. Analysis complete. The synchronized strike created a template for stable integration of diverse technologies. This could prevent similar incidents in the future, and perhaps prevent the temptation that led to them. Chen added, looking at the Xeraxian officers who had been rescued. Their expressions showed a mix of shame and dawning understanding. The highest-ranking Xeraxian stepped forward. We sought shortcuts to advancement, stealing what we didn't understand. Your response showed us a better path, one of cooperation and true innovation. A Proximan scientist raised their datapad. The technical data from this incident alone will advance our understanding of cross-species technology integration by decades. Humanity's approach to the crisis was instructive. The crisis proved what we've always believed. Chen addressed the gathered representatives. That progress isn't about having the most advanced individual components. It's about understanding how everything works together. Technology, people, ideas. The Defiant isn't powerful because it has the most advanced systems. It's powerful because every part works in harmony with the whole. As the delegates began discussing the formation of a new technological exchange protocol, Chen took a moment to observe her ship and crew. The Defiant had arrived at the exhibition as an object of mockery, seen as primitive and unsophisticated. It would leave as a symbol of a new approach to advancement, one based on understanding, cooperation, and genuine innovation. Captain Araya's voice carried a note of satisfaction. The Galactic Council is requesting that humanity lead the newly formed Technology Integration Commission. They believe our experience with hybrid systems makes us uniquely qualified to guide cooperative development efforts. Chen smiled. Send them our acceptance. After all, the best way to learn is to teach others. And we all have so much to learn from each other.